A farewell party was held by a couple as the husband was preparing to return to his job aboard a ship. It was a lively and joyful evening filled with laughter and camaraderie. The husband's close friends were all present and they made the gathering even more spirited. Bottles of drinks were passed around, stories were shared, and jokes filled the air. The sound of laughter echoed throughout the place, showing just how much everyone was enjoying themselves. Despite the reason behind the gathering being a goodbye, the atmosphere was light and cheerful. The husband, although about to leave, seemed completely as easy. Savoring every moment with his friends, they drank, reminiscing, and celebrated the time they still had together. Meanwhile, his wife stood nearby, observing them with a warm smile. She didn't join in the drink, but her heart was full seeing her husband so happy. Although she surely felt a mix of emotion, sadness that was leaving, pride in his work, and gratitude for the support of his friends. She chose to focus on the happiness of the moment. Her eyes reflected her love and quiet strength as she watched over the gathering, knowing that memories like this would keep her strong while he was away.
The day finally arrived when her husband had to leave. With a heavy heart, he said goodbye to his wife, promising to return soon. She watched him go, her eyes filled with both hope and worry, praying for his safety as he boarded the ship that would take him away. Days passed and everything seemed normal, until one fateful evening when an unexpected storm struck at sea. The sky darkened, the waves grew wild, and the winds howled with fury. Unbeknownst to the woman, the very ship her husband was hand sailed straight into the heart of the storm. News began to spread quickly throughout the village. Neighbors spoke in hushed tones about a ship that had sunk somewhere out at sea. Concerned and fearful, the woman was approached by one of the villagers who told her the devastating news. Her heart sank. She could barely breathe as the weight of the possibility hit her. Her husband might have been one of those on board.
Basta na dito mo ba na?
Pag-sure dira ba?
Ano tanawon dyan ay tao dito nga na nasa baybay.
Tala, totoo!
Miraculously, despite everything he had gone through, the shipwreck, the storm, the cold sea, he was still alive. The villagers quickly rushed to help him, pulling him from the water and bringing him to safety. Word spread quickly, and his wife, overwhelmed with emotion, ran to him in tears. By the grace of God, he had survived. Though his body was weak, his spirit remained strong. The reunion was filled with gratitude, relief, and a renewed appreciation for life and love. From that day on, they knew that no matter what storms life would bring, their band could weather anything.
A month passed, and they were united along with the others who had also been found on the shore. They were very happy as they drank together, and they realized many things about their lives and everything that had happened. They never expected to go through such an experience and still survive. They were deeply thankful to God because He never abandoned them.
Gayuna, gitagaan gyapon tag chance ba nga mabuhi, malipay, makuyog atong mga pares.
Bitaw no, di na to ang kalimtan natong kahitasan ba?
No.
Para sipat ng paguli.
No.
Love is a tide that returns, sometimes bruised, sometimes late, but it finds the shore. In one class, the students had become increasingly addicted to using their mobile phones while at school. Instead of focusing on their studies, they spent most of their time glued to their gadgets. It reached a point where their attention was no longer on the lessons, but on whatever was happening on the screen. Some students were frequently playing video games during class hours. Others were watching reels, scrolling through social media, or playing mobile games. The classroom turned into a place of laughter and distraction as they entertained themselves and each other with their phones, paying little to no attention to what was being taught. When their instructor arrived, he noticed the behavior and decided to take action. He reminded the students of the school's rules and announced that the use of cell phones in the classroom would now be strictly banned. This decision was made to help the students regain focus and discipline and to bring back a more productive learning environment.
Dili na pwede sir. Kinahanglan ginato ng mga cellphone. Unsa ako pag-check sa akong mga duwa sir?
Since many students disagree with the rules given by their instructors, the teachers decided to settle the matter through a vote. Everyone was asked to vote either yes or no. When the rules come in, most of the students have voted yes, but there was no one vote.
So nanarita ng papel nya ang majority kay 12 ka yes, nya usa ka no.
Ha? Dili na mao. Di ba? Dili man ta no nino ka sa bang, di ba?
Because no one admitted to voting no, suspicions began to spread. The students started accusing and blaming each other, trying to figure out who the one person was that voted against the majority. The atmosphere quickly became tense and agreements broke out among them. In the middle of the heated decisions, the instructor said that the majority vote didn't really matter. According to them, what was more important was being honest about their choice, regardless of whether it was popular or not.
Sunod nating botar.
Frustrated by the lack of unity and honesty, the instructor decided to walk out of the room. The issue remained unresolved in the end. Instead of learning something from the situations, the students were left pointing fingers and regretting what had happened, realizing too late that honesty and respect for others' opinions could have led to a better outcome.